great for Envy to be starting on that defense, but what I'm really looking at for Envy in specific here starting on this defense is that they're going to have a stronger defense than what we saw recently yesterday. I want to be able to see them move around.
We will see how long it takes Canadian to get on the board, as he is one of, he actually might be the only. Always take these stats with a grain of salt, because when you're a support player like he is, not necessarily fully relevant that you get. Envy has potential. They obviously have their hands full with M80 yesterday, and Snake is going to start things off quite strongly. And look at that. So what was a great start for Envy is all but evaporated at this point with just a little bit over a minute to go. They are in prime position, and they've got a lock on this third player. JJ Blast goes down, one behind the counter inside a bakery, staring at Canadian, looking for his first pick. Rexon trades him out, as it's all up to Rival, who's playing over by Whiskey. And this round for Envy that started out so strong might necessitate a stiff drink should they fall flat. 3 players remain for Shopify Rebellion, 2 kills for Rexon, 2 kills for Ambi. Through each of these sides, which would be, if math is correct, a quarter of what could be the match. Nice start by Envy yet again. This one comes a little bit later than the spawn peak previously. They're swiftly answered back as Ambi's found an exploit, and he is deep inside the site, taking no prisoners. 3 players in the ground. Ambi 6-0. Still standing. Twist should be able to get this one. Cutting Surf off of the wire. A great shot to keep the numbers close, but still.
There's now, these players are not going to be easy to find. The rat plays could pay off.
Absolutely. Nope. Canadian now will assess JJ's position. He runs over towards Reading Door. Pounced on by Pillar. Rexon eliminates him. Twist with both kills so far, but that'll be all she wrote. How about yet another? It took JJ quite a while to find the scoreboard yesterday, if you recall, and those same struggles are present at the moment. Canadian gaining so much value as Spoit drops in. Snake and Rival on the board. And while they sacrifice that first pick, Envy is in great shape, but uh-oh, watch out. Ambi has once again found a weak spot, and he levels up for a second kill, leaving Emilio 0-2 to finally get his first. It's also Ambi's first death, and Emilio has one on Repel. It's Surf. Down he goes, closer to the bomb site. Taking seconds left. You can take some time to do that. It's shot away at. If there's anybody on cams, they know where Emilio is. Into dining he will go. Staring at the train component, and there's the Monty exposed. He flies in under the radar, and now Surf will need to take the engagement, but Emilio clutches up.
This guy is by no means inexperienced. He's been playing Rainbow Six since he was just 12 years old.
Inside of Cigar, and he's inches away from running into the Maestro of JJ, who now is forced out of his position and blown sky high. JJ, the 2 cap.
Hit by a yokai and has to back off.
Through the smoke, they'll see the fade away. Canadian once again calling for that information. Emilio's not quite so lucky. He was in a similar position. Ambi dies, and it's Rexon and Spoit getting in on it. Spoit gets 2 kills.
Every move, but it's still so hard to punish.
Well, they punished Emilio, that's for sure. The Warden is gone. That is Aurora. Shopify Rebellion. Carte blanche to get in, and the idea will be to beat them once they get close enough.
Yeah, this is smart. Give a ball to space. You saw him on the yokai cams. Rival got the escape, and now the push comes.
It absolutely does. Blast. Immediately, JJ Blast is taken out. Snake trades it right back onto Spoit, so both teams losing players. Rexon taking some lumps at the same time amidst his smoke and looking for a long angle. These last 3 players of the Rebellion all right now outside a small bake, and that is particularly dangerous because if you line up, you can all die one by one by one. Snake sees the situation and he peels off, not wanting the Monty to do some damage. Now it's Rexon and Surf taking even more damage as Canadian sees the legs of Snake looking for a call. A rotate is had over towards the doorway out of kitchen. Canadian wants the hop, and there he goes. Snake gets a kill. Canadian's delay has cost both Surf and Rexon, and now himself his own life. A supporting cast. What a supporting cast this Shopify Rebellion team has. So if Snake can keep them at bay, that will be excellent for their chances. Rexon dies, Surf goes down as well. Canadian breaks his donut as he and Spoit are on the board, and they're the only 2 standing. Rival taken down as now Spoit is inside a back bar. This isn't the bomb to try and cover. This is going to be all on the shoulders of Spoit as Diffuser is now going down and not in the place that Twist had originally thought. Spoit is ready for it, and it's no chance for him. JJ will drop and now rotate around towards Pillars, giving enough time for the Monty shield to go up. And the 2 captains will do battle as Canadian keeps him away, but remember how shield break works now. So you can continue to swing away, and what a statement round from JJ as he emotes for the camera, but don't forget, you've got a job to do.
big stuff from the captain of Envy.
Well, we were a little worried with this match being a bit of a blowout, as we saw from yesterday. A single player, Ambi for Shopify Rebellion, but it's been spread out for Envy. And Ambi's at it again. Emilio drops quite early. Surf is picked apart by Rival as JJ Blast has assessed that the bomb site is basically free for the taking. Shopify Rebellion are far enough back that Envy can take up so much space. Snake drops Canadian. Twist is punished by Spoit, and now Ambi's trying to get out of his position as it's all up to JJ Blast and Snake. Snake picked apart, so the calling that was done by Monty doesn't quite work out.
Just falling off this top floor. I thought maybe Rex and Spoit would go for some gunfights, but chose not to. They knew Rexon could fall back to sight or fall back to reading and get the opening pick instead. Famous rat spot from his former teammate of Gunner. That is a big play from Rexon to get them that opening pick.
And Twist, who has suffered in the kills department as well, but so much for us to talk about that it's flown under the radar. He also brought a bevy of drones. Intel was the name of the game for Envy last time. They looked to try to repeat that, but their intel's not very valuable this round. Now JJ Blast is in the ground at the hands of Ambi, who picks up kill 13. And astounding total. Spoit started out with 0 kills through the first 4 rounds. He's up to 7 right now. They might need more out of him as Rexon is dropped. 2 remain for Envy as Shopify Rebellion look to increase their lead. The attack for Envy closing in on the bomb site, but neither Emilio nor Rival have the case, so they'll trickle in through the same doorway. Canadian waiting very patiently. Spoit pounced upon by Rival, but if you don't have the case, you can't pull out the objective, and that will be the big problem. Nitro cell from below from Surf. We'll see
Through the mining window as well.
JJ Blast giving a nod to Canadian, wearing that EG charm on his Blitz shield. He and Rival, 2 unanswered kills, and they will isolate themselves inside of reading as there goes the explosive as well. It's all up to Canadian and Spoit as JJ is getting the diffuser down. Emilio, the only casualty on the side of Envy, and it's all up to Troy to clean up the round. I say clean up because it's a real mess for Shopify Rebellion, and it's incumbent upon them to clean it up in the first place. Emilio will have JJ in the ground alongside him, but 3 players remain for Envy, all of them sitting over top of that diffuse kit that's at the halfway point. The job for Canadian will be mighty difficult, and it doesn't.
Follows the orders of JJ's plan to a T and makes that happen. This is a guy who spent 6...
They're spread out. And Shopify Rebellion, Jesse, need to be wary of these middle floor players because they do not, as defenders, have control of that middle floor.
JJ with Kit just walked down red stairs, by the way. There's a lot of pressure bake, but that is not where Diffuse Kit is. If JJ goes down, this could be a big problem.
They'll continue to fire away. Snake is spotted by Rexon in an incomprehensibly weird spot. Emilio will drop Spoit, so both teams losing 1. Canadian pounces upon Emilio. That was the bakery player waiting all this time. Twist now will have to outlast the fire. As Rexon drops the hands of JJ. Twist is on the board. It's been a while since he managed to draw blood, but he will make this Shopify Rebellion team bleed. All Canadian needs to do is buy time, but here's the problem. JJ now on the diffuser. No yokais available for Canadian, it would appear. He'll hit the Goyo shield, but he doesn't know where they are. Out the fire will go. These 2 remaining players from Envy have managed to get out of dodge. Maybe not. As now Canadian will look at the ground, but it's JJ to get him yet again.
If all the focus is up above as they go for that kind of sends focus push, those bottom players could be an impact.
They're eating Shopify Rebellion alive. This Envy team holding that diffuse kit and taking some engagements himself against Canadian as Snake dies at the hands of the commando wheeling captain of Shopify Rebellion. Rival manages to find him, and Envy will regain their number.
Watch out for the push. The Warden glasses won't do anything up against those lines of sights that get blocked off.
Ambi reads right into that. JJ Blast is a dead man walking. Surf takes out Emilio, but not before 2 kills will come out from Envy. It's all up to Surf to clutch at this point. He gets 1, but Rival takes him down, and it's match point.
Been pressuring the mid floor already through this round. They've got a lot of repelled players at the moment on the side of Envy. Can Shopify find an opening? That would be massive.
And they do. They not just find 1, but 2. How about 3? Ambi, Surf, and Rexon all on the... What do you do at this point?
Might just
you're not going to take a timeout. I mean, you got to try to go for kills. Snake seems to be in pretty good spirits, which is important. He gets killed by Ambi. 3K from Ambi and this bomb site. And the first focus for them will be to clear out this bottom floor. Not everybody from Envy is inside the building, and there is now less than 60 seconds to go. So you're trying to gain intel, you're getting very little of it, and then Twist's first bit of intel is a death at the hands of Spoit. Rexon is taken out by Rival, who continues his excellent play, but Envy will lose yet another player as Snake bursts in, and Surf gets the job done with the two-piece and a deagle. Ambi seals that one, and back to his perch inside of the freezer he will go. The sirens will go off in Envy headquarters as they now circle around to the point of contact that Shopify Rebellion prioritized, but keep in mind, the Rebellion have other tools at their disposal. They finally get Canadian, but the supporting cast for Shopify Rebellion is still standing. Ambi will collect kill number 19. He could have 20. Twist would be that target, and Twist is all that's left. Envy, a heroic effort to get back in this. A great shot and a 3K from Twist, as now he'll have to clutch out. 30 seconds to go. Shopify have clawed this one back. Envy stunned us. Nobody thought this was possible, and Twist almost makes it work. But by the grace of God, or whatever you might believe in, Shopify Rebellion let out a sigh